Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Kimberlee Bethany Bonura. In this series, we'll be practicing yoga and exercise, breath and meditation, stress management, and self-care. You can find me on the web at www.drkimberleebonura.com and on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Dr. Kimberlee Bonura. Remember, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. By continuing with the video, you, the viewer, are agreeing to and accepting the terms of the following waiver of liability. You acknowledge the following. I understand that the materials provided, including yoga and meditation, include physical activity, and, as with all physical activity, there is the risk of injury of varying types and degrees, which risk cannot be entirely eliminated. If I experience any pain or discomfort, I agree that I will discontinue the activity. I assume full responsibility for any and all damages which may be incurred as a result of my watching and/or participating in this video. I understand that the materials provided, including yoga and meditation, are not a substitute for medical attention, examination, diagnosis, or treatment, nor are they recommended or safe under certain medical conditions. I understand that I am advised to have a physician verify the status of my health and physical condition as sufficient to allow me to participate in the activities provided by the program. I also affirm that I alone am responsible to decide whether to practice with this video, and my participation is at my own risk. I agree to irrevocably release and waive any claims that I have now or may have hereafter against Kimberlee Bethany Bonura, LLC, and its instructors, content creators, and any employees or affiliates. I have read and fully understand and agree to the above terms of this liability waiver agreement. I understand that my watching of this video serves as my consent to this waiver, and to complete an unconditional release of all liability to the greatest extent allowed by law.
Thank you for joining me to practice pelvic yoga. We'll begin by coming into simple sitting with our knees above our ankles, feet pressing to the floor, shoulders are rolled down and back, palms are open in the lap, eyes are closed. We're just going to take a couple of nice deep breaths at first to quiet the mind and come into this space. As you exhale, releasing away any stress or tension. As you inhale, coming into your breath, coming into the present moment. Eyes are closed, mind is quiet. We're going to take the awareness to the perineum, the space between the anus and the genitals. And we're going to practice our 4 basic Kegel techniques so that we can use them throughout our yoga practice. Taking the awareness to the perineum, we're going to take a 5-second hold, lifting up through the pelvic floor, keeping your stomach relaxed, your chest relaxed, your thighs and bottom relaxed, holding for 5, 4, remember to breathe, 3, 2, 1, and release it. The motion that we're doing is like we're suppressing gas. We're contracting from the floor of the body, holding that muscle up. Hold it now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Sometimes we will take long holds, holding for a full 10 seconds. So again, taking your awareness to the perineum, it's like we're pulling up from the ground, lifting the pelvic floor, pull it up and hold now for 10. 9, you should still be able to breathe. 8, 7, stomach is soft. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Your chest should stay soft, your stomach should stay soft. If you're lifting up, then you're not doing it correctly and you want to get your awareness back at the perineum and make sure we're isolating the pelvic floor. Again, awareness at the perineum. This time we're going to do 10 quick flicks. These are like blinks of an eye. We're going to lift and release. So awareness is at the perineum and we're going to contract, release. I shouldn't see your stomach move, your chest shouldn't move. Keep the body soft and relaxed. Contract, release. Contract, release. Lifting from the pelvic floor. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. 3 more. Contract, release. Contract, release, and contract, release. If you're having a hard time isolating your pelvic floor and doing the Kegel exercises, then the next time you urinate, you can try to stop the flow of the urine midstream. You don't want to do that regularly. It can cause bladder infections because it pushes urine back up inside, but you can do it once or twice to make sure you're really using the right muscles. The next one that we're going to do is the elevator. So you're going to imagine that there's 4 levels to your pelvic floor. We're going to get our awareness at the perineum between the anus and the genitals. It's like we're suppressing gas. We're just very gently going to lift up a little bit. So just a little bit of tension. Keep the stomach relaxed, the chest relaxed, the thighs relaxed. Now we're going to lift a little bit more, a little bit tighter, a little bit higher. Lift a little bit more. You should feel a little more tension through the pelvic floor, but the stomach is still relaxed. You're still able to breathe. And then we're going to lift all the way up for a full Kegel. Hold it tightly. And now we're going to try to release it down in levels, releasing a little bit of the tension, a little bit more down to the second floor, a little bit more, and then relaxing all the way out. Those are our 4 basic techniques. We have our 5-second hold, our 10-second hold, our quick flicks, and our elevator, and we're going to use them throughout our practice today to really strengthen the pelvic floor as we integrate it with the rest of the muscles of the body. So we're going to start with our legs open nice and wide. Hands are on the inner thighs. We're going to press the knees out, sit up nice and tall, lifting the chest, shoulder blades down and back. Awareness is at the perineum. We're going to take a long hold here. So lift the pelvic floor up, and we're going to hold now for 10, 9, remember to breathe, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep your stomach relaxed, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the pelvic floor. You shouldn't see any movement through your chest or stomach or thighs when you relax the pelvic floor because we're isolating those very small muscles. Again, we're going to do some exercises here. We're going to do 10 quick flicks, but place your hands first on the inner thighs and open your legs a little bit wider. Sit up nice and tall. Awareness again at the pelvic floor. We're going to do 10 quick flicks here. So we're going to contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. Lifting from the floor of your body, contract, release. Contract, release, pulling the perineum up, contract, release, contract, release, 2 more, contract, release, contract, release, and relax. Bring your legs back together. We're going to work on strengthening our legs a little bit while we do the Kegel exercises. This will challenge you a little bit more in terms of strengthening the pelvic floor, but all of this is very good for preventing incontinence, enhancing sexual function. So it's very important to work on strengthening the pelvic floor. Keep the right foot down. We're going to lift the left leg up using the thigh muscles, and then while we're here, we're going to try to take a 5-second hold. Awareness at your perineum. Lift it up now and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the pelvic floor. Relax the legs. We always want to try to do the movement of the pelvic floor separate from the movement of the larger muscles so that you keep those muscles strong and separate. Left foot down. Let's lift that right leg up. Awareness at the perineum. Lift it up now and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Release the legs. Shake it out. One more set. Keep the right foot where it is. We're going to lift the left leg up. We're going to do 5 quick flicks this time. So we're going to contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. Release the leg. Left leg stays down, right leg lifts. Awareness is at the perineum. 5 more quick flicks. Lift and relax. Contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. Last one, contract, release, and release the legs. Shake it out. Let's give our pelvic floor a bit of a break for a moment. We'll work on our upper body. Right hand is at the waist, left arm up and across. We're going to look up at the upper middle fingertip, getting a nice long stretch through the sides. It's very important to stretch and strengthen the torso, the abdominal muscles, the muscles of the legs, the back, the glutes. All of those muscles are very important in supporting healthy functioning throughout your center body, throughout your torso, throughout your pelvic region. Exhale, release it. Left hand to the waist, right hand up and across. A nice long stretch through the side. Breathe into it. And exhale, release that. We'll take a nice twist. Right hand outside the left knee, left hand behind you. Twisting to look back, sitting up nice and tall. Just breathe into that twist, really opening up your body. And exhale, other direction. Left hand outside your knee, right hand behind you, twisting to look back. And exhale back to center. Whenever you work your pelvic floor, it's very important to take time to rest it as well as strengthen it. Those relaxation periods are just as important for strengthening the pelvic floor as are the contraction periods. Let's work on opening up our spine now, and we're going to do quick flicks while we do the flexing of the spine. So hands are on our knees, and as we lift our chest, we're going to lift the pelvic floor up and contract. And as we exhale and release the spine, we're going to relax the pelvic floor. Inhale, lift the chest, contract the pelvic floor up. Exhale, relax the spine, release the pelvic floor. Inhale, lift the chest and chin, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, roll the spine, relax it, release the pelvic floor. Inhale, lift the chest and chin up, lift your pelvic floor. Exhale, relax and release the pelvic floor. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, release and relax. Inhale, lift your chest and chin, lift your pelvic floor. Exhale, relax the spine, release the pelvic floor. One more. Inhale, lift the chest and chin, lift the pelvic floor. And exhale, release the spine, relax the pelvic floor. And release that. Come on back to sitting. We're going to come up to standing, and we're going to start beside the chair, and you're going to put your right toes underneath the chair and your left toes forward. We're going to start with a warrior pose. Your feet are a nice comfortable distance apart. The back of the right heel is in line with the side of the left heel, and we're going to bend the right knee. Arms come straight out of the shoulders. We're going to focus the gaze at the right middle fingertip, and we're going to focus all of our awareness on the perineum. We're going to take a long hold here, pulling up through the core of your body. Hold it up for 10, 9, 8, keep it lifted, 7, 6. Remember to breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your pelvic floor and then release your arms. We're going to straighten the right leg, bring the left hand to the hip and the right hand to the bottom. We're going to push the hip back and the bottom forward to open up the pelvis in a nice flat line. Arms straight out of the shoulders for triangle pose. We're going to bend at the waist and bring the right hand to the chair. The left hand lifts. We're going to look up at the upper arm. And we're going to take a 5-second hold this time. Awareness is at the perineum. We're going to pull up inside and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the pelvic floor. And then inhale, come on up and relax your arms. Step your feet together. Shake your legs out. We're going to work on our balance a little bit. We'll start with something very simple and work to some more progressively difficult poses. It will be a little bit more difficult to do your balance while we're working with the pelvic floor, so just be aware of that. We'll start with mountain pose. Toes are touching slightly, heels are slightly separated. If you're feeling like you need to hold on to the chair for support, that's fine. If you're comfortable, you can relax the hands down. We're going to roll the shoulders down and back, and just tuck the chin in slightly. Back of the neck is nice and long. Top of the head is lifting up to the ceiling. Eyes are closed. And we're going to come into our balance, finding our center above the arches. Mountain pose, Tadasana, creating a sense of stability, grounding over the arches of the feet. With each balance posture, we're going to hold it for a few moments without the Kegel and then begin to work the pelvic exercise. So at first, just find your sense of stability here. And breathe into it. Feel the way your balance feels. Find your sense of being grounded and stable. If you wobble a little, that's okay. Just work on coming back to stillness. Challenge yourselves not to fidget. And we're going to start with a regular hold here, getting your awareness at your perineum. And we're going to lift it up, lifting the pelvic floor up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Awareness is at the perineum. This time we're going to lift up and we're going to hold for 10. 9, keep your stomach relaxed, thighs and bottom relaxed. 8, 7, 6, 5, remember to breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it out. Keep your thighs relaxed. We're going to try an elevator here. So awareness again is at the perineum. We're going to lift it just a little tiny bit, just pulling up a little with the pelvic muscles, holding it at the first floor. Keeping your stomach relaxed, try to pull up a little bit more, contracting up to a second floor level. And then a little bit more, third floor. And then all the way up. Hold your pelvic floor all the way up. And now we're going to try to release it in stages. Release just a little down to third floor. And release a little bit more down to second. A little bit more down to first. And then relax all the way out. And then if you're comfortable, we're going to put the right hand on the back of the chair. We're going to try our tree pose. We'll take it first without the pelvic floor exercise. Weight is on the right foot. We're going to bring the left foot to the right ankle, the knee turned out, the toes are at the ground. If you're feeling comfortable both in your knee flexibility and your balance, you might be able to bring that foot up to the calf. If you're still feeling very comfortable in your balance, you might be able to bring that foot all the way up inside the thigh, with the knee out and the foot pressing to the thigh. If you're feeling solid with your balance, you can place either one or both hands together at center, but it's fine to hold on to the chair, respect your balance. If you're comfortable, arms pull up, elbows pull out. Gaze focuses at one point to work on stability. We're gonna hold this for a couple of deep breaths. Just breathe into your tree pose. And feel what that feels like. Find a sense of your balance in the pose. And exhale, release the arms, release the foot, shake it out. This time we're going to try it while using our pelvic floor. So awareness is at the right foot. We're taking the left foot to the ankle, or the calf or up inside the thigh, whatever level you found comfortable. Either one or both hands come together. If you're comfortable, the arms can lift up. Your gaze is focused at one point, and then we're going to pull the pelvic floor up and hold it for 5, 4, remember to breathe, 3, keep it lifted, 2, 1, and release the pelvic floor, release the arms, release the foot, shake it out. And just be aware of the difference in your balance between tree pose without the pelvic floor exercise and tree pose with. Those core muscles are a very important part of your stability, so it's good to practice these exercises while we sit, while we stand, while we lie down, doing lots of different activities so that you really strengthen the pelvic floor to gain this pelvic floor control that helps prevent incontinence and maintain functioning. Now we're going to take stork pose. Weight on the right foot. If you're comfortable, you can bend that left knee. If you're feeling solid, you might be able to take the left hand and hold the left foot, but respect the knee joint. It's perfectly fine to just keep the knee bent. If you're feeling comfortable with your balance, you might be able to lift your right arm up. You're going to focus your gaze at one point to really work on your stability. And breathe into your stork pose. Feel yourself centered over the arch of your right foot. Find a sense of stability and balance. And release the arm, release the foot, shake that out. This time we'll try it with the Kegel exercise, so awareness is on the right foot, balance is on the right foot. We're going to bend the left knee, take the left foot if you feel comfortable, but respect your knee joint. If you're feeling solid with your balance, the right arm lifts up, but it's perfectly fine to hold the chair. We're going to get the awareness at the pelvic floor, and this time we're going to do 5 quick flicks. So we're going to contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. One more, contract, release. Release the arm, release the leg, shake the legs out. Let's step the feet about hip width apart. Toes are just gently turned in. We're going to bend the knees gently, tuck the tailbone up and under to strengthen the low back and the bottom. If you're comfortable, you might be able to bring the hands to the waist, but it's fine to hold on to the chair. If you're feeling solid with your balance, the arms lift up, shoulders are down, neck is nice and long. We're going to take 5 deep breaths here. Strengthening the legs and the low back. Breathe into it. And then inhale, lift, exhale, release the arms. And this time we're going to do the same exercise with the pelvic floor strengthening. So we're going to bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under. If you're comfortable, hands to the waist. If you're feeling solid with your balance, the arms lift, shoulders drop, neck is nice and long. We're going to lift the pelvic floor up and we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the pelvic floor, straighten the legs, release the arms, and shake it out. Let's step the feet a little bit wider this time with the toes turned out. We're going to bend the knees, tailbone again tucks under, hands come to the waist if you feel comfortable. If you're feeling balanced, arms and gaze lift up, shoulders are down, neck is nice and long. 5 deep breaths here. And inhale, lift, exhale, release the arms. This time, the same exercise with the pelvic floor strengthening, bending the knees, tuck the tailbone under. If you're comfortable, hands to the waist. If you're feeling balanced, arms and gaze lift, shoulders drop down, and we're going to try an elevator Awareness is at the perineum. We're going to lift just a little bit and hold it. Lift a little bit more, second floor. Lift a little bit more, third floor. Pull all the way up for a full Kegel. Hold it strong. And then relax just a little, third floor. Relax a little more, second. Relax a little bit more. Relax all the way out, and then straighten the legs. Release the arms, and shake that out. We're going to come to the other side of the chair to work on the other side. So we're going to put the left toes under the chair this time. The right toes forward. Back of the left heel is in line with the side of the right heel. We're going to bend into that left knee. Take the arms straight out of the shoulders. Focus the gaze at the left middle fingertip. And we're going to take 10 quick flicks here while we do our warrior pose. Awareness at the perineum, and we're going to contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. 5 more. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Straighten the leg, relax the arms, shake the arms out. Taking our triangle now, right hand to the hip, left hand to the bottom, pushing the hip back and the bottom forward to open up the pelvis in a nice flat line. Arms straight out of your shoulders. We're going to exhale over to the left, bringing the left hand to the chair. Right hand lifts. You can look up if it feels comfortable, or down if that feels better. Whatever works for your neck, we're either strengthening by looking up or relaxing by looking down. We're going to take the awareness to the perineum. We're going to lift it up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the pelvic floor and then come on up. And let's step the feet together and work on our balance. Shake your legs out. We'll start with tree pose. Weight is on the left foot this time with the left hand on the back of the chair. Right foot starts at the left ankle. If that feels comfortable, you might be able to come up to the calf. If that feels solid, you might be able to come all the way up inside the thigh. Respect your knee joint though. Make sure you're either above or below the knee, never on the knee. If you're feeling comfortable with your balance, either one or both hands come together. And you might be able to lift the arms up, elbows pull out. Focus your gaze at one point to work on your stability. Breathe into your tree pose. Feeling a sense of stability, feeling a sense of balance. Exhale, release the arms and relax the foot. Shake it out. Again, tree pose, this time using the pelvic floor. Weight is on the left. Left hand starts on the chair. Right foot coming either to the ankle, the calf, or the upper thigh, whatever feels comfortable for you. Just be aware of the difference in your balance once we engage the pelvic floor muscles. Either one or both hand comes together. If you're comfortable, lifting up through the palms, elbows pull out. Awareness at the perineum, we're going to lift up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the pelvic floor and release the arms. Release the leg, shake it out. Let's take stork pose on this side. Weight is on the left foot, left hand starts on the chair. If you're comfortable, we're going to bend that right knee. If the knee joint has the ability, you can take the foot in the hand. If you're feeling comfortable, the left arm lifts up. Focus your gaze at one point, and we'll hold this for a couple of deep breaths. Just breathe into it. And release the hand, release the foot, shake that out. Let's take it again, using the pelvic floor this time. Weight is on the left foot, left hand starts on the chair. We bend the right knee. If you're comfortable, taking the right foot in the hand. If you're feeling solid, you can lift that left arm up. And we're going to try 5 quick flicks here. Awareness at the perineum. We're going to contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Contract, release. Relax the foot, relax the hand, and shake that out. And then we're going to come back down to sitting. Coming to a nice, comfortable posture again. We're going to take another twist this time, keeping the right foot where it is, crossing the left leg over, right hand outside the left knee, left hand behind you, twisting to look back, getting a nice rotation through the whole torso. Breathe into it. Exhale, release. Come on back to center. Left foot stays where it is. Right leg crosses. Left hand outside the right knee. Right hand behind you. Twisting to look back. Breathe into that twist, really opening up. Exhale back to center. Let's bring the hands to the back of the chair, pushing the chest forward, the elbows back, lift the chin, open up the front of the body, getting a nice stretch through the front. Breathe into it. And then moving your awareness to your perineum, lift up and hold for 5, 4, remember to breathe, 3, 2, 1, relax it out, and release the pose. Keep your right foot where it is, lift your left knee up, pulling the knee up towards your chest, putting a little bit of pressure on your abdomen, helping to stretch out the low back. This is also very good to do at night, lying in bed with the legs stretched out so you get a really good stretch through the low back. While we're here, we're going to take 5 quick flicks, awareness at the perineum, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. Relax that leg. This time, right leg, pulling it up towards you as much as you can. If you have limited mobility, that's okay, just do what you can. We're going to take elevator this time, awareness at the perineum, and we're going to lift just a little bit, holding it at the first floor, and then just a little bit more, second floor, a little bit more, third floor, and then all the way up, a full Kegel. Hold it nice and strong. Relax down a little bit. Relax a little bit more, back to the second floor. Relax down to first, and then release it all the way out. Relax your leg. Let's open the legs up nice and wide again. We're going to relax into a forward bend, relaxing your head down, relaxing your neck, letting your inner thighs release and open up. And just breathe into that, letting your whole body relax. Forward bends are very quieting. They take your energy within. And then while we're here, while you've opened up through the inner thighs, we're going to pull up through the perineum and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Bring your hands to your knees, using the strength of your hands to push yourselves up to sitting. Protecting the low back. We're going to bring the legs back together. We're going to bring the hands onto the lower abdomen. We're going to close the eyes. And just bring all of your awareness into your pelvic region. We're going to have a short pelvic meditation here, putting all of your awareness into this area of your body, bringing in a sense of compassion, helping you to feel strong and healthy and well, helping you to feel like you are in control of your body, in control of your muscles, in control of your bodily functions. Feel the warmth of your hands helping to encourage fresh blood flow and energy. Sit with very nice posture with the shoulders rolled down and back, the chest nice and lifted. Just breathe into it. It's very important to do pelvic floor exercises every day to strengthen the pelvic floor, to prevent problems before they start, to help overcome problems if they have already begun. Ideally, you will do 90 pelvic floor exercises each day, combining the quick flicks and the 5-second holds, the 10-second holds, and the elevators. You can do them all together in your pelvic yoga practice. You can also do them while you're brushing your teeth or driving your car, standing in line at the grocery store. If you're really isolating your pelvic floor muscles, no other part of your body will move, so it's very easy to do it discreetly no matter where you are. Focus all of your awareness on your pelvic floor area, bringing in strength and energy, feeling a deep sense of health and well-being. Feeling like you are strong and in control of your body. Your pelvic floor is a muscle just like any other muscle in your body. So after doing all of these exercises, it might be a little tired. And doing a meditation at the end of your pelvic floor practice can help it to relax and rest, help you to renew and restore. Really feel your breath moving down into your pelvic floor. Exhale away any residual tension in your body. As you inhale, breathe in strength and energy and well-being. Breathe in health and personal control. Bring your hands together in front of the center of your chest, palms pressing in a prayer position. And bring your awareness into your heart, breathing in a sense of peaceful compassion for yourself, creating health and well-being through a sense of love for yourself, for your body. Set an intention to maintain a peaceful sense of contentment throughout the rest of your day. The Sanskrit word namaste is the traditional ending for a yoga practice. It means that the good in me recognizes the good in you. Thank you for sharing your goodness with me today in the practice of yoga. Namaste.
A moment of gratitude to my amazing team. Thank you for being part of the Kimberlee Bethany Bonura LLC production crew. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Kimberlee Bethany Bonura. You can find me on the web at www.drkimberleebonura.com. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Dr. Kimberlee Bonura. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe.